It's official. The Boston Red Sox are going to the playoffs. After yesterday's win against the Detroit Lions, they punched their tickets. I'm here to break down the expectations going into a 3-game series against an in-division rival in the New York Yankees, what we should expect going into that game, especially in Game 1 where Garrett Crochet will be on the mound, and also how great of a season this really was for the Boston Red Sox. We'll break down all of that on this episode, but a few things before we get to the news and information. First, scroll down, click the subscribe button to stay up to date with everything Boston Red Sox, as we'll be covering every single thing that happens from here on out, like we have all season long. And also, we're going to be doing watch-alongs for these major games into October, including on Tuesday when the Boston Red Sox go to New York for Game 1 of the Wild Card Series. So make sure to go down, click the subscribe button, stay up to date so you know when we go live and when videos are published covering all of the newest updates surrounding the Boston Red Sox. We do appreciate all the love and support, so thank you guys. But now let's get to it and break down October baseball in Boston. This is awesome. There's no other way around it. This Boston Red Sox team was being looked over and just overshadowed all season long, it felt like, because of the big name stars they didn't have, or the injuries they were dealing with, or the lack thereof that we saw on the diamond throughout the year. But despite all of that, the consistencies remained alive for this Red Sox team, both on the offensive side of things as well as on the defense, and specifically with the pitching, and it propelled this Red Sox team to October. Now, it was just an awesome season. It really was. From start to finish, there were ups, there were downs, and despite all of that, and despite all the adversities, the Boston Red Sox were able to come together and continue to win baseball games, and despite being in arguably the toughest division in all of baseball, they are in the postseason. Obviously, they did not win the AL East. The Jays ended up doing that, and tip your cap to them. They played great baseball from start to finish, and honestly, it looked like they were going to run away with things just over a month ago. Things obviously changed, and things came down to the wire between them and the New York Yankees, and obviously the Red Sox remaining on both of their heels. But now, we know what the playoff picture is going to look like, and it looks as follows. The Boston Red Sox will be hosted by the in-division rival New York Yankees starting on Tuesday for Game 1 of the Wild Card Series. Now, the winner of this series will go on to play the division winner, Toronto Blue Jays, which will be very exciting. But we can't look past the first round, and it should be a great one, as all season long, the Red Sox have played very, very well against the New York Yankees, and specifically the ace that will be on the mound for Game 1 in Garrett Crochet. Now, this is not every stat line for the games that we saw Crochet go against the New York Yankees this season, but just 3 of the best performances we saw from him all season long, in the entirety of all of his starts that he made this year, which there were a lot of, and he was dominant in a lot of those outings. But against the New York Yankees, he has simply been different all season long. These are his 3 best performances this season against the Yankees specifically, and hopefully, and I will say, I'm not even, because hope is not a plan, I'm fairly optimistic we are going to see another elite outing from Garrett Crochet on Tuesday. Yes, it'll be his first appearance in postseason baseball, but with the team that is currently constructed in Boston and the pieces they have around not only Crochet in the pitching staff and coming out of the bullpen to relieve some of that pressure off of Crochet, but the offensive weapons, the offensive abilities are there for this Red Sox team. And going against the Yankees team, they've had a lot of success against this season. And if it would have came down to having the same record, the Red Sox would have won that tiebreaker because of the dominance they showed throughout the entirety of the season series against the New York Yankees. Now, just to highlight a few, 6 innings, 3 earned runs, 12 Ks for Crochet, 7 innings, 1 earned run. That came on an absolute moonshot by Judge. Shocker. 11 Ks. The swing and miss stuff is there. And you see, if you notice, all three of these game sheets, all 3 of these stat lines are in wins for the Boston Red Sox, because when Crochet is on the mound, he has been simply dominant against the Yankees, and the offense has been there, something that was a problem in the early stages of the year. Crochet was on the mound, he was dominant, but there was a lack of offensive production that had everyone worried that this Red Sox team could not be a postseason team, a Red Sox team that could not live up to the hype that is surrounding them. And despite that, they were able to fight, they were able to continue doing what they do, and they were able to put up runs and end up being one of the better offensive teams in all of baseball, especially with Garrett Crochet on the mound. I can't wait to see how this all plays out. And I just can't wait for Tuesday. I'll be in full uniform. I will be at the watch along, whether it's me and Sean or me and Jace or all three of us, whatever the collection is. I will be in full uniform for it. I'm not kidding. I will be in full uniform. And Garrett Crochet will be on the mound for the Boston Red Sox, followed by Brayan Bello and Lucas Giolito in games 2 and 3. 3 if necessary if the Red Sox don't sweep the first 2 games against the New York Yankees. I can't wait to see how this all plays out. It's going to be intriguing. Playoff baseball is the best time in sports. There's no way around it. Every single pitch matters. Every swing matters. Every defensive moment matters. And I can't wait to see how this all plays out in New York, in hostile territory, in one of the greatest rivalries in all of sports. Not only in baseball, but in all major sports, whether it's college basketball and you're thinking of Duke and UNC, or if you're going to the NFL with teams like the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins and these other historic rivalries that have been around for decades and decades and decades. The Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees now finding themselves matched up in October, trying to move on to the next round is going to be cinema. And I cannot wait. It's going to be so much fun. The Boston Red Sox punched their ticket after winning 3 straight series to close out the year. All 3 coming against in-league rivals, 2 of them in division against the Toronto Blue Jays and the Tampa Bay Rays. And then finally, again, the last series of the year against the Detroit Tigers. A slumping team, yes, but still a very credible and respectable team that the Red Sox had to go out there and handle business against. I will say, today's win, the final win of the MLB regular season, came on the back of a historic performance. And the reason I say historic is no, he didn't throw a perfect game. No, he didn't throw a no-hitter. But Jose De Leon. And if you don't know that name, it's because, well, he made the first start for the Red Sox this season today. And it was on the fly. It was unexpected call-up. It was an unexpected start for De Leon. And he was phenomenal. In 6 2/3, yes, he did get hit around just a little bit, giving up 8 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, while striking out 8 batters and walking 3. He threw over 100 pitches with 101 pitches thrown, 68% of them thrown for strikes, in a game where the Red Sox and Alex Cora absolutely needed someone to go out there and eat innings, allow the bullpen to rest, going into Tuesday's huge matchup against the New York Yankees, as well as the rest of that wild card series. This was an answering that we all absolutely needed. So tip your cap to this young man, because he earned himself more opportunities later down the line, whether it's in the position of coming out of the bullpen or as a starter. This was fantastic, exactly what the Boston Red Sox needed. And honestly, it couldn't have come at a better time. The Red Sox absolutely needed someone to go out there and eat innings, to not go and put so much pressure and stress on a bullpen that has been used a lot in the last week or so, 10 days, if you will. Going into a wild card series, they are going to need every available arm. Again, we have a lot of expectations, a lot of hope and optimism surrounding the starters going into game 1, 2, and 3. But when shit hits the fan, the Red Sox have the #1 bullpen in baseball to fall on. And if they had a depleted bullpen going into that series, it would have been a major, major problem. So credit to De Leon going out there and collecting those innings, collecting those outs, and simply being dominant. I can't wait to see how this all plays out. Let me know down below your overall expectations for this wild card series and really the conclusion to this regular season. Yes, the regular season, not the season in its entirety. We are not closing the book just yet because this Boston Red Sox team is far from done. Let me know what your overall thoughts are from game 1 to 162, as well as the expectations going in to the postseason side of things. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys on the next episode of Red Sox Digest. But remember, Tuesday, live stream for the game, a watch along. I will be in full uniform, losing my mind. Make sure you keep that in mind for Tuesday's watch along with me, Jace, and Sean. We'll be losing our minds here on that channel. Can't wait to see you guys then, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of Red Sox Digest.